Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
I'm Val.
And in this video, we're going to talk about our experience at our first Days of the Dead convention in Chicago, Illinois.
And I'm going to show you what made it home with us.
The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
So as you can see, we made it home from Chicago, and this was our first Days of the Dead convention. I have one announcement, one thing to say, Val. So, I have a brand new camera. I used it for the first time in a convention. And for whatever reason, I had some technical difficulties. Not everything that I thought I was recorded. And so if you didn't see yourself in the video, I am deeply, deeply, deeply sorry. It's not that we didn't want you in a video. We didn't edit you out. I had technical difficulties, operator difficulties probably. I don't know. I feel terrible. But Jim and Chris, lovely, lovely people. I talked to them for probably 9 to 12 hours. Literally. I mean, it felt that. And they were so nice and so sweet. And for whatever reason, I screwed up your part of the video. And so I am really, really sorry. We want to reach out to you and find out where you're going to be next and make sure that we put you in the next video that we can. Sorry, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say. All right, now let's start this video. So Val, Days of the Dead, our first one. What were your impressions other than the camera guy?
So for me, super excited to go because we have never been to one. This was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. The vendors, though, there were so many new vendors that we've never seen before, and I was super excited about that. 13X Studios, Rick plays Selfie Guy in Terrifier 2. Haven't watched the movie yet, but I promised I would watch just his scene. Awesome, awesome guy. His masks were amazing. They had some paranormal people there. A couple people that we've ran into before. Amelia, she is awesome. Great author, great speaker.
I think her last name's Cotter, right?
It is. It's Amelia Cotter. And I probably didn't say that right, so I am terribly sorry. What did you think?
Well, we'll start with Rick. His masks are top level. I mean, they are really, really, really cool. Again, you're right. The venue was a lot smaller. We're used to a lot bigger venues. And the only reason why is because we didn't know any better. And we just jumped into the deep end of the pool. So now we get to see some of the smaller conventions. And I was okay with that because, first off, we could be a lot more personable with the vendors. Everybody is so nice. And to get to talk to everybody and get their story, really, really cool. For me, the artwork was out of this world. There was so many great artists. That was probably the highlight of the vendors for me. But we did see some vendors that we actually knew, and then there was a ton of vendors that were brand new to us, you know?
Yeah. And like you said, the artwork was amazing. It was phenomenal. And it was all horror themed. There was one gentleman that could do anything that you wanted, but it was mainly horror. I don't know, flabbergasted because there was so many pieces I wanted to bring home with us.
Yeah, and then of course the skateboard decks. I mean, all of that stuff was just amazing. So even like the spark plug lamps were amazing. And those guys were Pop Cult Horror Forge. Lovely, lovely guys. Talked to them for a little bit. And amazing, amazing stuff. They had other 3D printed stuff too. Very, very cool guys. And like I said, everybody was so nice. They always are. It's amazing when you go to these horror conventions or any convention really. The vendors are usually top notch. Anybody else that comes to your mind, Val?
Well, and it's crazy because you don't realize how small of a world it is. But we started talking to some people from the Universal Home of Paranormal. They're Paraflix Paranormal, and there's movies, documentaries, series, and music. And started talking to these guys, and actually they knew a bunch of people that we knew. It's crazy how small of a world these vendors are that you meet at all the different conventions.
Right. I mean, and they're there too. I mean, they come to all the different conventions, so we see a lot of them. Like I said, this one though, a bunch of vendors locally in Chicago we've never seen before. And I'm trying to think. There was some really cool like T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
Lots of merchandise, right? Tons of merchandise, Funko Pops, and all of that stuff. Legos, yeah. The same people that they're from St. Louis, and Valerie has bought a ton of their horror figs,
Yes,
minifigs.
I have.
Trying to think.
The flannel shirts I really liked too.
Oh yeah, with the stuff on the back.
With the designs on the back, those were cool. I like those.
And they had Hawaiian shirts too, horror themed Hawaiian shirts. I mean, I'm trying to think. The face huggers in the jar, really cool, all lit up in different colors. I mean, just so much. And this was a weird convention for celebrities though. Like there really wasn't a whole lot of horror movie celebrities at this one. It was more comedy than horror.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit weird. But I mean, we know that, there's a competition for celebrities, and there's so many of these conventions going on at the same time. So I guess the big get for, at least for me, I don't know about you, Val, but was the main cast of Revenge of the Nerds was there, and that was a solid get for me.
Yeah, that panel was amazing.
Yeah, the question and answer panel was so fun. You could tell that they had a really good chemistry. Ogre, Donald Gibb. I don't know if it was an act or if he really is that way, but I think he still hates nerds. But that was kind of fun as well. And then, what else? Anything else?
Just the people, once again. I mean, even the celebrities, we walked up to like the whole cast after the panel and told them thank you. And we got stories out of each one of them. It was amazing.
Yeah, they gave us, a couple minutes of their time. It was fantastic. And to hear the stories in the question and answer stuff, it was amazing. So, guys, if you haven't seen that, it is its own separate video. It is on the channel now. Revenge of the Nerds question and answer panel. Check it out. You will laugh. You'll learn some things too.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, and you'll be entertained. It was a great experience, and it'll be a great video for you to watch.
And you might even get a song out of it.
Way to go. Spoiler.
Didn't tell him what song.
That's true. That was basically everything. I mean, I know there were so many vendors, and thank you all. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. Thank you so much for being so nice to us. And just thank you for being there and bringing your wares. Everything was amazing.
So many things I wanted to bring home, and there's just so much to choose from that we couldn't bring everything home that we wanted to. So
also, my wallet is only so big.
that was good.
I don't know about that, Val.
Okay, so I did really good on this show, and we only brought a few things home. So I'm super excited about adding to my book collection. So I got some books from Amelia Cotter. This particular one, this house, she actually did at another convention. She spoke about it. So I'm super excited to actually get to read more into it because she didn't go over everything that's in the book. And then she also has some short stories in the Morbid Curiosity books. I love these. She's got some stories, and there's another author in here, Troy Taylor, that I absolutely love, that I always get these when they come out. So I'm happy about that. But she is such a great speaker. If you get a chance to listen to her or meet her, she's amazing. So this next one actually comes from Aaron Stockwell. And I loved the big picture of this. Just don't have any place to put it. So I've got the small picture. And it's of The Exorcist. And that actually has ties here to St. Louis. And it's one of the few horror movies that I've watched. And it scared the dickens out of me. But he had such amazing work. But I had to get the one that had ties to St. Louis. These are from Brian Witten. Was that right, Jay?
Yes, Brian Witten.
Witten.
Yes.
And he had some phenomenal art. But I found his Krampuses. And he had a ornament and a sticker. So I've got something for our sticker wall, and then something for our Halloween tree and Christmas tree. Because I love my Krampuses. His artwork was amazing. We just don't have the room for all the art that I wanted to bring home. So the next one is from Scary Lair of Doom. And they had the spiders and the scorpions. And I got this spider. I thought this was so cool. It has to do with the movie Mummy, the original. So different, I thought. And I have a perfect place for it. And then they had some cute little clay things. And I thought he was adorable. Little pumpkin guy in a cloak. Just something different. Just a little something to go on my oddity shelf. So the next thing, this one's not actually for me. So Steven, my son, wanted an Audrey. And I couldn't get it for him last year when we were at halfway to Halloween. But we went to Archives of the Underworld. And they had all of these different Audreys. This was awesome. So I picked this one out for him. And she gives each one a name. And I had to laugh because I didn't notice it till after we got home. But this plant's name is Steve. So it was perfect. This was meant to be Steven's. So Donald Gibb actually had some stuff for sale. And I had to get my other son something. He's a big Revenge of the Nerds fan. And Ogre was his favorite character on there. So he'll probably see the video before he gets it, but this is a birthday present for him. So I thought that was really cool. And then, so this was a little shop that's up there in Chicago, and it was real close to where we were actually staying at. They didn't have any business cards, and I never did see the name of the shop. But my boys were raised on Cartoon Network, and this I absolutely adore because Cartoon Network is no more. So I thought they'd get a kick out of that. And not only did I get the poster, I also got a shirt. And this is actually another birthday present. So, Jay forgets when I do these. I always get birthdays and Christmas presents. Okay, 2 things left. So this came from 13X Studios. And once again, Rick is such a nice guy. I can't wait to buy more masks from him. He was awesome. So many to choose from. It's crazy. So he's known as Selfie Guy on Terrifier 2. So, of course, I had to get one of the ornaments of Vicky and Art to go on the Christmas tree and Halloween tree. And Rick signed it for us. Haven't watched the movie, but I'm going to watch it just long enough to see a scene. I told him I would do that at least. And then I wound up getting the Dexter mask. So me and Jay just started this series. We're in season 3, almost to the end. But when I saw the Dexter mask, it made me think of having some home time and being able to watch a show we enjoy. And he's got so many other amazing masks. He's very talented. So last but not least. So when Jay talked about having technical difficulty with the new camera, we stood and talked with Jim and Chris for probably a good hour. And we talk about a small world. Jim has actually worked with a friend of mine, or a friend of ours, Lorenzo, who is the one who did our logo for the channel. But Jim has these books. He's based out of St. Louis. And this first book, and I know I'm going to slaughter it, Jay. How do you say that?
It's Atonement Bell.
Atonement Bell. And it's about a kid and his mom that moved to St. Louis. And it's based here in St. Louis. I have not made it all the way through it yet, but he was so nice. Jim was so nice. And we will get with Jim because we want to interview him again to get him on the channel. But
now, Valerie, this is actually a graphic novel. So it's actually illustrations inside.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't want to give it away. You guys are going to have to go and get the book. But so far, I'm about halfway through, and it's awesome. But then he's also got another one. And this one is Butcher Queen, Planet of the Dead. So he's got a couple of different books also. I haven't even started this one, but I can't wait to read and look at the graphics in these books are phenomenal.
The illustrations.
The illustrations, yes. So that was actually for us. So that is everything that we brought home. So I did really good. Leave in the comments down below what was your favorite. I can't wait to go to another Days of the Dead. I'm excited. What was your favorite thing we brought home, Jay?
Well, I mean, the Dexter mask, very cool, just because it represents something that we started watching. The Audreys are always really, really cool. And that one's even more unique because they use like a coffee can as the base.
Yeah, an old Maxwell House can.
That's really cool and very, very, very unique.
Yes.
And Jim and Chris, lovely people, but their books are awesome as well. The illustrations are amazing, and again, it's a story based on our hometown. So you can't get any better than that. So all of that stuff was really, really cool.
And like I said, there were so many other vendors. I really wanted to bring some big artwork home. We just don't have any place to put it. And they had so many amazing things. But we want to thank you guys for coming along with us. And like I said, leave in the comments below what your favorite thing was that we brought home this time.
We're gonna be two hearts running